Hello and welcome to today's video. If this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I love any makeup, especially shiny, shifty, and sparkly eyeshadows. And today I'm going to be talking about 5 products I regret buying and 5 products I regret not buying. And today's video is extra exciting because it is a collaboration with my friend here on YouTube. I am Jamila and I will link all information down below. You absolutely have to check her out. She does some amazing indie makeup reviews, very thorough, very honest. You're gonna love her, I guarantee it. Fun fact, how I discovered her was in a live chat because of her name, because my real name is actually Jamila, spelled with a J, and it has an R, but I was like, oh my gosh, we have to be named twins. So definitely check out her channel as well as her video. I cannot wait to see what products she regrets buying and what products she regrets not buying. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with the 5 products I regret buying. Now I try to include products that are not mentioned in my worst of 2022 so far, and these are in no particular order. So first up is the Fenty Beauty Liquid Kilowatt highlighters. I got 2 of them. I was so excited about these. I love liquid highlighters, balm highlighters, anything like that, because they usually tend to just really melt into the skin and look beautiful, and these are so disappointing. I was so upset. These pretty much kind of blend into almost like a no sheen, and they kind of separate and they just look really strange. They don't give me a highlighted beautiful glow like some other liquid-ish highlighters I have. From Cover FX is one that I can remember off the top of my head right now, and then also the Charlotte Tilbury. These were such a disappointment. I think they're about $20 each. I believe that's usually kind of the price tag for Fenty Beauty. So I was very disappointed in these. I really don't reach for them because of that. I like the shades that I got. One of them is a little bit more golden, the shade Side Chick, and then the shade Vintage is a little bit more of like a pearlescent pink. On to number 2, and this is the Pamagraph Labs Intensifies Artistry Wand, and I did a whole dedicated video on this wand. I compared it with the Fernet Pixie Epoxy and the NYX Glitter Primer, and this is dried out on me. Like, it's not fully dried out, but it shrunk a lot. And I kind of don't like that. I just feel like this is very expensive for what it is. I'm just not really a huge fan of this. Does it help? Yes, especially with the more texture shadows from Pamagraph in the Mothership palettes, but I just by no means feel like this is necessary. I also don't like that it's like a balm, because with this you do kind of pick up the matte eyeshadows that are underneath, which is not always an issue, but sometimes it might be annoying. So onto the 3rd place. So this doesn't include all the shades, but the Devinah Myricks Twin Flames, I just generally I'm not a huge fan. Even some of the lighter shades, but the iridescent shades I do like because they make great under the brow highlighters, inner corner highlighters, and cheek highlighters. However, these darker shades, once they dry down, they're not really shiny at all. They kind of mattify, and I just would much rather reach for my black base multi-chromes from indie brands that are pressed powder. And even then, there's some liquid multi-chrome eyeshadows I have like this that do kind of keep their shine as they dry down. So I really just do not love this formula. It's just kind of like almost oily and very emollient, and it doesn't really want to set down for me. So if you have hooded oily lids, I would definitely approach these with caution. I feel like maybe get 1 or 2 on sale if you wanted to try them out, but I do regret buying the darker shades because, like I said, I just have no need for them. I'm not going to use them. I'm not even gonna use them for a base because honestly, like the indie brand eyeshadows that I have, they're just so much better. And even the actually Devinah Myricks Lightworks Volume 3 palette and the mini that they just launched, even that one has similar shades. I think I did some swatch comparisons between these and some of the shades in that palette, and those definitely look way more metallic than these. So these were just a dud for me. And now these are not something I tried in 2022, so I'm kind of just taking it back into 2021. I don't think it really matters. It's just in general products that I regret buying and paying money for. So on to the next one. It's going to be the MAC Hypnotizing Holiday Palette. I don't have it anymore. I did return it. I don't return things often at all, but this one, it was a $75 eyeshadow palette. I have a dedicated video on it. I might have actually featured it in my like worst products of 2021. Absolutely awful palette. Quality was just abysmal on it. The matte shadows were okay-ish. Then there was a lot of satin shades, which overall I'm not a huge satin fan, but especially when the satins are really dry and they just don't even have a sheen to them, like on the lid. It's kind of like, what's the point? Could have just been a matte eyeshadow. That palette was just absolutely so disappointing. I didn't hate the looks that I created with the palette, but I just think that palette was so not worth it. Even maybe at $25 is the max honestly not even. Like, it just really felt cheap, and I can't believe that MAC Cosmetics would actually have launched something like that, especially for that price. Like, it felt like cheap drugstore like makeup from 10 years ago. It was so bad. So I'm just glad that I got my money back on that product. The last product that I regret buying is the Chaos Makeup Hollow Eyeshadow. Actually, I don't have it anymore, so I can't show it to you, but I did do a video where I featured it along with a pressed multichrome eyeshadow, and I was just generally really disappointed. And not every brand has that quite figured out. Touch of Glam Beauty definitely has done an amazing job with mixing multichromes and hollow pigments without them looking grayish, but that pigment was just such a disappointment because it completely basically ended up looking gray. You could kind of see a shift out of the sunlight, and you could kind of see the hollow in the sunlight, but it just looked extremely dull on the lid. It was not really special at all. Definitely not worth, I believe it was like at least $25. It was just not good at all. I'm not even sure if they sell those anymore, and if they do, then I'm sorry for anybody who wasted their money on that, because I don't understand how they would ever say, yes, let's sell this, if they use it themselves. Like, honestly, there needs to be some sort of like trying a product out before you actually price it out and try to sell it. So let's move on to 5 products that I regret not buying. This was actually really hard because for the most part, if I really want something, I will buy it. However, there are some things that I've really held off on. Now, none of these are really limited edition as far as I know, so I could eventually, maybe, if I really decide to, I could end up buying these. So it's not like these are just not available anymore, except for maybe one of these actually. So I'm going to start off with that one, and that is the ColourPop and Hocus Pocus candle. So they had that launch last year. They did it the year before. I'm like 99% sure they're going to have one this year as well, because Hocus Pocus 2 is coming out at the end of September. I believe it's September 30th. It's going to be on Disney Plus. So excited, but I'm definitely a little bit cautious because I feel like it might end up being like a bad sequel that was a little bit forced, so I'm a little nervous about it. But out of that whole collection that they launched last year, I really didn't like much of it. The palette absolutely did not appeal to me in any shape or form. However, the candle looked like it was really nice. I heard that it smelled really well. Everyone seemed to really like, so I do kind of wish I had bought it just because of the novelty of it and to smell it, and because I do love to burn candles, specifically really mostly in the fall and winter. It just fits the vibe, and I wouldn't be surprised if they brought the candle back and maybe actually launched even more scents. I definitely could see that happening. So then the next product that I regret not buying is the Rare Beauty bronzer. Everyone's been saying how blendable and easy to use it is, and I have so many cream bronzers. I have that giant one from Charlotte Tilbury that just launched a couple months ago, so I absolutely do not need a cream bronzer, but it is just so tempting to know just how easy it is to use, because I love cream products for that reason. I love a cream product that is extremely easy to use, so I have my eye on it. I might eventually buy it. It's one of those things that it's not technically like the one I got away, because I can still buy it in the future, but I've been just really holding off on it because I absolutely do not need a bronzer. But that one has me intrigued. The next product is similar in a sense because it is also still available, and it is the Givenchy, I believe it's the Prisme Libre, the loose powder. It got so much hype on TikTok, like so much hype, that I really want to try it, but it's just really expensive. I believe it's at least like $60, maybe $70, and I just, again, I have so many powders, and I'm not the biggest fan of loose powders except for under my eyes, so that's the only reason I would be willing to actually pay for a loose powder like that. Again, I've heard that it's amazing, and it's just very tempting to try out. So next on to the Makeup by Mitchell, and these are the blushes, and they have some like shiny, almost metallic-y ones, again like liquid highlighter, liquid blush kind of vibe, and also they have an orange liquid blush, and they have some interesting colors so you can kind of mix them and create your own blush colors. And I'm just so intrigued by this, mostly because it's liquid, and there's an orange, and there's highlighters. It's just a type of product that I would love to use because I love using cream products. For the most part, I believe that Makeup by Mitchell is available in Beauty Bay or something like that. Their shipping usually takes forever, which I don't think it would really matter. I wouldn't be really doing a dedicated video on this product. However, I'm still intrigued. Maybe one day, if I do end up buying from one of those UK brands that carry this. Is it Beauty Bay? Isn't there another one? Be Perfect? Or was it Be Perfect that had it? But I don't know. I think that's really the main reason why I've held off for so long. And also just, again, I don't need another liquid blush. And the last product I regret not buying are the BK Beauty and the Hot and Flashy brush bundle. I've honestly put those in my cart so many times because they've had sales here and there. And then I was like, maybe I should just buy a couple of the brushes because I'm very picky with my eye brushes specifically. I absolutely love their face brushes and I definitely want to get more eventually, but the eye brushes I'm very particular with, and I feel like they don't have a lot of great hooded eye friendly brushes. Even though they have a hooded eye brush bundle, I'm like, no, I strongly disagree. They could definitely add quite a few more different blending brush sizes, lid shader sizes, but they do have these two brushes, and one of them specifically I feel like is perfect for the under eye area. I already have so many brushes that are really great for under eye concealer, but for some reason every time I see a brush that looks like it will be amazing, I'm like, but I just want to try it. Maybe it will be like the best of the 5 other brushes that I have. So it's always been very tempting, and also because I love their quality. I think their brushes are great quality, and like I said, I would love to get more face brushes, and there are some face brushes in the bundle. So again, it's just one of those things that I could have bought, but I haven't yet, and I might, and then I won't be regretting it. But right now I do regret it. So those are all the products that I wanted to talk about in today's video. Please make sure you check out Jamila's video to hear her talk about her regrets. All her information will be down in the description box. Let me know in the comments below what products you regret buying and what products you regret not buying. And thank you, Jamila, for collaborating with me on this video. I can't wait to do some more collaborations in the future with you. So that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribe. There's so much indie makeup content uploading my channel and much more to come. You don't want to miss out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.